you have any questions, please, yeah. Please be specific to the subject and be very brief. One request. Yeah, I'm Nasir Ali Khan, Managing Director. Yeah, I'm sorry. Please introduce yourself before you ask your question. Yeah, please, just briefly.
Myself, GBK Rao, CMD Pragati Resorts. We call Pragati Sudhama, not resorts. Resorts name change because pubs and dance, that feeling is to remove. Honorable or beloved Chief Minister, he always talks about Pragati, which I like to, don't take it as a criticism. Please, sir, I am requesting you. He continuously talks about...
Honorable Chief Minister talks about Pragati Resorts or Pragati Vikas? What Pragati?
Pragati Sudhama.
Ah, right, nice. Pragati Sudhama. Yes, sir.
So, what he always says is a mosquito free should spread all our Hyderabad and Telangana free from mosquitoes, which is already done. The very interesting thing, even lockdown, 500 people are working in Pragati Resorts, even lockdown period. 46th marriage today is taking place. 3-4 marriages, all 135 rooms are booked. We don't need this mask. I'm really telling, don't need mask in Pragati Resorts. Never had anyone having the corona, either people coming or going out. And I'm seeing this video, whatever is been, all concrete jungle are showing the greenery part. Why not we put little bit in the concrete instead of that, you know? How to put it? Please, I request you, please, you also talk about something about how to make it mosquito free. And you will continue to be, I admire your, all these, you know, people who are the ministers are doing, particularly you and our Honorable Prime Chief Minister. But this talk is very important. City has to become free from the mosquitoes, free from bacteria, free from viruses. Then only the world, I have that capacity. Billions of trees I am growing. Billions of seeds are coming every day. We should spread like Musi River and don't take it, taken at
No, absolutely. I completely agree.
I request you, please, such videos, you have to put it.
Sir, firstly, I didn't make the video. I think Nasir did, not me. So not my responsibility.
That's whatever presentations.
Rao Garu.
So thank you very much.
No, let me quickly. I don't think there has been a chief minister in this country from independent times till now who focused on greenery like KCR did. Harita Haram is a program which is a brainchild of Honorable CM. And as part of the program, today I'm happy to share with you, we wanted to plant 234 crore saplings. In the last 5 years, we planted nearly 184 crore saplings. And our green cover grew from 24% to 28% in Telangana now. We will continue. And the plant you keep talking about is Citronella, I think, Krishna Tulsi. We are in fact supplying, sir, Telangana is the only state in the country which has a nursery in every village, which has nurseries in every municipality. No other state has it. So, be rest assured, it remains a top agenda. And the second point is, we may not be as good as your Pragati Sudhama, sir. It's a smaller space. The state is large. It's 2 crores, 77 lakh acre state. So the land extent is larger. My request to you is, things will happen over a period of time. Our green cover will also go to 33%. The focus, the intent, the vision of the Chief Minister is evident. And we will get to that stage which you have talked about. Global city also should not have street dogs and also mosquitoes. These two things also ought to be taken care of. We are focused on it. Give us time. Give us time. No. Let somebody else ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Let's not make
I'm Dr. Ashish Chauhan. I work for a few hours in Apollo as well as I have my own clinic in Masab Tank. With the thing which is Corona has done, mask is must, there's no doubt about it. I'm a Delhi boy, but right now Gully boy of Hyderabad.
Gully boys, root for Gully boys. Right?
Yes, right now Gully boy of Hyderabad for more than a decade. I must congratulate the kind of unity you maintain in Telangana. It's an honor and I'm proud to be Hyderabadi now. With that introduction, sir, the kind of Corona mess which has happened, we have realized their focus has been as expected on the community hospitals, Gandhi Osmania NIMS, as on the corporates because of the other reasons. That is not from the government. Otherwise, there's a huge need for something like a Mohalla clinic which we will have in Delhi. There's huge need of helping out the private practitioners who are actually the front leaders, but unfortunately they're not vibrant and media savvy like me to come forward. And they're still practicing also. They work 10 to 12 hours. The highest mortality is among the healthcare professionals. I really believe and need and suggest that we need something from Telangana government to work towards us and work towards the field of Mohalla clinic kind of nature, which will help us make a healthy thing. Because Corona has done too much of damage to our economy in India and in Telangana very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ashish. Ashish, in fact, you should know, we not only have Mohalla Clinic, but we have Mohalla Clinic 2.0. यहाँ पे बस्ती दवाखाना जो हमने लगाया, हमारी टीम गई दिल्ली, केजरीवाल ने जो किया वहाँ पे मोहल्ला क्लिनिक, उसको स्टडी किया, उसके साथ ही साथ जो उनका जो एग्जिस्टिंग मॉडल है, उसके साथ ही साथ वी एडेड अनदर 5 लेवल्स ऑफ सर्विसेज करके हमने यहाँ पे मोहल्ला क्लिनिक 2.0 जिसका नाम है बस्ती दवाखाना. We already inaugurated 224 such dispensaries in the city. We are taking the number up to 350 by the end of next month, by the end of the year. So be rest assured, we are doing it. We will continue to do it. And you forgot to mention TIMS, the Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences, which also came up in the western part of Hyderabad. Our goal is to ensure similar such facilities come up in each zone. We have 6 zones in Hyderabad. So एक उस्मानिया है, एक गांधी है, एक टिम्स है, एक निम्स है. 2 और ऐसे हॉस्पिटल चाहिए, वो भी करेंगे. साथ ही साथ प्राइमरी भी करेंगे, बस्ती दवाखाना. Eventually we want to get to a state where every 10,000 population has a basti davakhana. That means taking the number to 1,000. Right now we have 350. We'll take that number eventually to 1,000 in a phased manner. But absolutely, thank you and thanks for all your support. Being a Delhi boy, your support really matters.
This involves private practitioners who are not in a government setup as well not in the corporate. If there is a direct interaction with you, that will be a blessing to our blessed city.
We'll plan that. We'll plan that. Thanks, Ashish.
Thank you, really appreciate it.
Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed, sorry. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Jai Telangana, sir.
Jai Telangana, sir.
I'm Soma Jaganmohan Reddy, 1969.
Hi, sir.
Participated for Telangana. We are all proud of you all that at last we got our Telangana.
Sir, very kind of you.
My first and the foremost thing with you, sir, is Dharani. So now you have stopped the registration. So I request you to continue the same old registration till your Dharani portal is ready. Then
Yes.
you can always synchronize or you can put into the place either from 1st December or 1st January. But already COVID has affected so much.
Yes, sir.
The second thing now is Dharani is affecting the community. So I request you to look into this aspect. So thank you very much.
Can I answer in Telugu, Jaganmohan Reddy garu?
తప్పకుండా సార్ చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు.
ముందుగా మీలాంటి పెద్దలు ప్రారంభించిన యజ్ఞం ఏదైతే ఉందో 1969లో దాని తర్వాత ఆ స్ఫూర్తితోనే కేసీఆర్ గారు ముందుకొచ్చారు. తర్వాత దానివల్లనే వరకు తెలంగాణ వచ్చింది. సో ఫస్ట్లీ ఐ థింక్ యూ డిజర్వ్ అ బిగ్ రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ అప్లాస్ అండ్ ద ఎంటైర్ టీమ్ దట్ ఫాట్ విత్ యూ. బికాజ్ ఐ రిమెంబర్ ఇక్కడ మేల్కోటే గారు ఇక్కడ అప్పుడు ఎంపీ అయ్యారు. హైదరాబాద్లో కూడా మీకు గుర్తుండాలి, మేల్కోటే గారు ఎంపీ అయ్యారు. 11 మంది గెలిచారు తెలంగాణ ప్రజాసమితి పేరు మీద. సో మై కాంప్లిమెంట్స్ టు ద ఎంటైర్ టీమ్, చెన్నారెడ్డి అండ్ ద ఎంటైర్ టీమ్ సార్. రెండో పాయింట్ సార్, ఇప్పుడు తెలంగాణ వచ్చింది సరే, రిఫార్మ్స్ చాలా వచ్చినాయి. ధరణిలో మేము చేయాలనుకున్నది ఏంటి అంటే సార్, మొదటిది ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్గా రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ మ్యూటేషన్ అవ్వాలి, లంచం ఇచ్చే పరిస్థితి ఉండకూడదు, నెంబర్ 1. నెంబర్ 2 ఏంటంటే మన తెలంగాణలోని ప్రాపర్టీస్ కూడా వాల్యూ అన్లాక్ కావాలి. అంటే ఉదాహరణకి నాన్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ప్రాపర్టీ, నాకు ఊళ్ళో ఒక ఇల్లు ఉంది. ఆ ఇల్లు ఈరోజు దానికి ఒక పేపర్ లేదు, ఒక పాస్బుక్ లేదు. పట్టణంలో కూడా పాస్బుక్ ఉండదు, ఓన్లీ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ కాగితాలు ఉంటాయి. చాలా చోట్ల ఆ కాగితాలు పెడితే కూడా బ్యాంక్లో లోన్ రాదు. గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారి ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే అల్టిమేట్లీ అన్లాకింగ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ దట్ ప్రాపర్టీ సో దట్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు గెట్ అ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లోన్ ఆర్ అ హోమ్ లోన్ ఆర్ అ వర్కింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఫర్ యువర్ రన్నింగ్ యువర్ బిజినెస్, అది జరగాలి. లెవరేజింగ్ ద ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ స్థిరాస్తి, దట్ ఈస్ ద ఐడియా. అయితే పెద్దలు మీకు అన్నీ తెలుసు, పెద్దలు చెప్తారు సాగర మదనంలో ముందు హాలాహలం వచ్చింది, తర్వాత అమృతం వచ్చింది అంటారు. When you come with a big reform and you come with a process change as big as what is being done in Dharani, which no other government in India had ever attempted also, సీఎం గారు అటెంప్ట్ చేసిన స్థాయిలో, దానికి సంబంధించి కొంత ఇనీషియల్ టీదింగ్ పెయిన్ ఉన్నమాట వాస్తవం. మొన్న 23 నాడు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్లో నాన్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలనుకున్నాము, మళ్ళీ 25కి పోస్ట్ పోన్ అయింది, మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి వాయిదా పడింది. మీరు చెప్పిన మీ మనోభావాలు నేను సీఎం గారికి చెప్తాను. డెఫినెట్గా ఒకవేళ ఇంక తొందరలో మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వకపోతే మాత్రం ఓల్డ్ ప్రాసెస్కి వెళ్ళిపోయే పని చేస్తాం. బట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ ఫర్ యువర్ కైండ్ వర్డ్స్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Dayaka Reddy. I'm the president of Hyderabad Golf Club,
I know.
and also I've returned from Silicon Valley. Having done startups, you have taken this startup state into a tremendous progress, what I have seen. I've been here for several years. My appeal to you, sir, is in addition to the infrastructure, there are a lot of tourism that we need to promote. And coming from the golf club side, we have had the good fortune of you coming and inaugurating our course 6 years ago, just when you started this Telangana state. I'd like to promote additional golf infrastructure because that also creates lung spaces and also creates a huge amount of employment. And in addition, promoting the hospitality sector. Kindly, I would like you to
No,
consider
absolutely. In fact, Dayakarana, one big thing about tourism is the potential of tourism is unbridled. It is only limited by your imagination. Today, a country like Malaysia, a country like Sri Lanka, a country like Singapore, Dubai, the number of jobs that they've been able to create in tourism sector. I'm interested, of course, in what social infra tourism can create. But what I'm more interested as a public representative is the number of jobs and the economic activity that gets created. In fact, one of the things I really feel very, very strongly for, go to Bangalore. Bangalore has a lot of destinations 2 hours away from Bangalore. There are weekend getaways for Bangaloreans. Unfortunately, we don't have as many of them. So there are plenty of opportunities. In fact, Hyderabad is so central to Telangana. If you actually travel in a boat or a small vessel from Somasila all the way on the Krishna to Srisailam. In fact, people have told me who've done this, have told me, on any mechanized boat for that matter, it's as good as riding in an Amazon forest. Andike, we have enough potential. We could do tourism of not only one kind, not only golf courses. We could even do adventurous tourism. We could do wildlife tourism. We could do religious tourism. ఇప్పుడు యాదాద్రి కడుతున్నారు సీఎం గారు, ఆల్మోస్ట్ కంప్లీట్ కావచ్చింది. ఇలా చూసుకుంటూ పోతే ద పొటెన్షియల్ అరౌండ్ హైదరాబాద్ విత్ ఇన్ 2 hours కడేముంది మనకు ఆదిలాబాద్లో. ఇప్పుడు కొత్తగా కొండపోచమ్మ సాగర్, మల్లన్న సాగర్, ఈ వాటర్ రిజర్వాయర్స్ అన్ని వచ్చినాయి. సో వాటర్ స్పోర్ట్స్ ఉంది, సీ ప్లేన్స్ తేవచ్చు. పొటెన్షియల్ ఇస్ హ్యూజ్, అందులో డౌట్ లేదు. కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే మనం మొదటి 5 ఏళ్లలో వీ వాంటెడ్ టు ఫోకస్ ఆన్ బేసిక్స్. నీళ్లు రావాలి, తాగునీరు కావాలి, సాగునీరు కావాలి, కరెంటు కావాలి. ఏ నీళ్ళ కోసం అయితే తెలంగాణ కోసం కొట్లాడినామో అవి కావాలి అనే ఎజెండాతో వీ వర్క్ ఆన్ దాట్. బట్ ఎస్, యువర్ పాయింట్ నోటెడ్ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ అబ్సల్యూట్లీ కాన్ఫిడెంట్. Provided peace prevails in Hyderabad, provided stability is in Hyderabad, we'll be able to attract some of the biggest names in tourism and ensure that they set shop here and continue to create facilities for citizens and also jobs for our youngsters. Absolutely, your point noted. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am Krupakar Reddy. I came from US. Hello?
Speak loud.
Yeah, I am Krupakar Reddy. I came from Silicon Valley. I returned here 2 years back after getting attraction of your Mission Bhagiratha. Based on that thing, I started fish farming. Every village had a water source getting with the Mission Bhagiratha. So I planned IPRS system, in-pond water raising system, growing marine fish. I started one, what do you call that, sample of in my fish farm only. So I started, Mr. Ali, Mr. Nazir also came to visit our place. So I asked to encourage this kind of thing for small farmer who lives on the borewells agriculture thing. They can do agriculture plus they can store the water, they can grow the fish. There's a new concept. I started this thing. I like to please visit my place and encourage us.
Krupakar Reddy garu, there are 4 revolutions that you will see unfolding in Telangana in the next 5 years. One is a green revolution because Telangana has already in fact crossed 1,50,00,000 acres of acreage because water is now abundant. Godavari and Krishna, Honorable CM's vision is to ensure that Telangana becomes the granary of India. So 1.5 crores of acres of land is arable and you will see a green revolution, a second green revolution happening in Telangana. The second thing you will see is a blue revolution. Fisheries, aquaculture, all of this will only happen. Telangana is a state that has 46,000 tanks. Minnesota in the US is called as a state of 10,000 lakes. They take a lot of pride in calling it the land of 10,000 lakes. But we have 46,000 tanks. So we can certainly leverage that. New reservoirs are being built. సో మత్స్య సంపద బాగా పెరుగుతుంది. బ్లూ రెవల్యూషన్ కూడా మీరు చూస్తారు. ద థర్డ్ థింగ్ యూ విల్ సీ ఈజ్ ఎ పింక్ రెవల్యూషన్. పింక్ రెవల్యూషన్ అంటే టీఆర్ఎస్ కాదు. పింక్ రెవల్యూషన్ అంటే షీప్ రియరింగ్లో మాంసం ప్రొడక్షన్లో ఇన్ మీట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ our sheep, number of sheep has doubled in the last 5 years. We are not only self-sufficient now because Telangana in the south is a meat-loving country, meat-loving state ఇది. కాబట్టి మీట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ కూడా బాగా పెరుగుతుంది, ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ పొటెన్షియల్ కూడా ఉంది. ద ఫోర్త్ థింగ్ యూ విల్ సీ ద వైట్ రెవల్యూషన్, మిల్క్ ప్రొడక్షన్. బికాస్ సీఎం గారు ఈజ్ ఎంకరేజింగ్ విజయ డైరీ. మనం 4 రూపీస్ ఇన్సెంటివ్ ఇస్తున్నాము డైరీ ఫార్మర్కి టు సప్లై మిల్క్ టు విజయ డైరీ. సో ఈ రకంగా ఈ 4 రెవల్యూషన్స్, గ్రీన్, బ్లూ, పింక్, వైట్, ఈ 4 వస్తాయి. ఈ 4ంటి వల్ల యుల్ సీ అ వెరీ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ఫుడ్ ప్రాసెసింగ్. వన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ దీస్ ఫినిష్డ్ products like fish, whatever, what you need to do then is get into the processed mode, start thinking of export potential. And that is where our food processing policy, which has been recently discussed in the cabinet, is yet to be approved, will be a game changer. ఎందుకంటే దానివల్ల మీలాంటి సిలికాన్ వ్యాలీ నుంచి వెనక్కి వచ్చిన ఔత్సాహిక పెద్దలు, పారిశ్రామికవేత్తలు కావచ్చు, ఇతరులు కావచ్చు, పిల్లలు ఎవరైనా ఈ లైన్లో రావాలనుకుంటున్న వాళ్ళకి కావచ్చు. I remember in Hyderabad, when I was in school, we were the nutraceutical capital of India. ఇక్కడ బిస్కెట్లు ఎక్కడ పోయినా అక్కడ కాటేదాని పోతే బిస్కెట్ వాసన వస్తుండే, ఉప్పల్ పోతే యాంప్రో, ఉప్పల్ పోతే బిస్కెట్ వాసన వస్తుండే. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడ పోయినా ఎవరికి తెలియదు. పార్లేజీ, గీర్లేజీ 7 వచ్చినాయో కానీ ఇప్పుడు లేదు అది. We were the nutraceutical capital at one point. So we have all the ability, we have all the wherewithal in terms of raw material to be able to take our rightful position once again as the food processing capital of India also. So తప్పకుండా మీరు చెప్పింది మంచి పాయింట్. నేను వస్తాను, I'll coordinate with Nasir because I would love to also promote. ఎందుకంటే 1.5 ఎకరాల్లో అందరూ వరి, పత్తి, మేజ్ పండిస్తే గవర్నమెంట్ కూడా తట్టుకోలేదు. అందుకే ఈ మధ్యన మీరు చూస్తున్నారు ఆయిల్ పామ్ ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తున్నాం బాగా. 10 లక్షల ఎకరాల్లో ఆయిల్ పామ్ ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తున్నాము. మీలాంటి వాళ్ళు ముందుకొచ్చి ఇప్పుడు చేపల చెరువులు, రొయ్యల చెరువులు. నేను మొన్న మధ్యన అప్పుడు జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు ఒకసారి ఆహ్వానిస్తే వెంట విజయవాడ, ఆ ఫ్లైట్ అక్కడ గన్నవరంలో ల్యాండ్ అయ్యే ముందు చూస్తే కింద అన్ని చెరువులే ఉన్నాయి, అంటే చుట్టూ రౌండ్లు కొడతా ఉన్నాయి, మొత్తం చెరువులే ఉన్నాయి. ఇదేంటి ఇన్ని చెరువులు అంటే అన్ని చేపల చెరువులు. సో వస్తుంది దట్ షిఫ్ట్, దట్ కల్చరల్ షిఫ్ట్. తెలంగాణ రైతుకి ఇదివరకు నీళ్ళే లేవు కదా, ఇప్పుడే చూస్తున్నారు ఫస్ట్ టైం. ఆ స్థాయిలో అంత సమృద్ధిగా నీళ్ళు ఇప్పుడు వచ్చినాయి. వచ్చిన తర్వాత మనకి నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్లో ఏంటంటే ఇంకా డైవర్సిఫికేషన్ విల్ స్టార్ట్. అండ్ లైక్ యూ సెడ్, సర్టన్లీ సంథింగ్ దట్ ద గవర్నమెంట్ నీడ్స్ టు ఎంకరేజ్. హ్యాపీ టు విజిట్. Fantastic. That's a great job. That's a huge employment. Great job. Congratulations.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
The whole election campaign for the GHMC elections is so negative. They are fighting this election on the premise that you say 100 lies, at least 20 will stick. So how are you going to tackle this kind of messaging? The second question, sir, I want to just make it, I'm not trying to flatter you or something. Gujarat needed Amitabh Bachchan as its brand ambassador. You are our brand ambassador for Telangana. I really say that with, but my only request to you is keep your informalness, your humility and accessibility going. Thank you.
अरे 6 साल हो गए भाई, मैं ऐसे ही हूँ. और thank you. And going back to your question about how do you counter this negative propaganda, Ahmed, the thing is, दुनिया में आज की जो दुनिया है, आदमी को अगर कुत्ता काटता है तो न्यूज़ नहीं है, कुत्ते को अगर आदमी काटता है तो न्यूज़ है. अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऑल दिस नेगेटिव प्रोपेगेंडा इज टेकिंग सेंटर स्टेज इन मीडिया. जो चिल्लाता है, जो हमेशा गाली देता है, जो बकवास बोलता है, उसी को मीडिया में बार बार लूप में डाल के घुमाते दिखाते रहते हैं. बदनसीबी ये है कि जो लोग सब्जेक्ट बात करते हैं, जो लोग इकोनॉमी के बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं, जो लोग जॉब्स के बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं, मौका नहीं मिलता यार. अगर मैं यहाँ बैठ के अगर गाली दूँ ना किसी को, अकबर ओवैसी को या संजय को या किसी को, वो बार बार दिखाएंगे आपको, घुमा फिरा के ये लोग दिखाएंगे. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, दैट्स द अनफॉर्चुनेट स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स. और ये लोग बोलेंगे कि लोग वही देख रहे हैं इसीलिए दिखा रहे हैं. सो इट्स अ विशियस साइकिल. इट्स अनफॉर्चुनेट बट दैट इज द स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स. एंड आफ्टर सोशल मीडियाज एडवेंट थिंग्स हैव बिकम इवन वर्स. मैं तो बोलता हूँ आजकल सोशल मीडिया नहीं, एंटी सोशल मीडिया बन गया वो.
हेलो सर.
हाय. यस.
Yeah, I'm Adnan Salam, basically civil engineer and into pre-engineered steel structure business, and also popularly known as a Ghazal golden voice of Hyderabad. I'm disciple of Ustad.
सेल्फ सर्टिफिकेशन हो गया अदनान ने तो
I'm disciple of Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan sahab, and basically जब भी मेरी मुलाकात होती है म्यूजिशियंस से वगैरह तो दे से सर हमारे बारे में कोई नहीं सोच रहा है. सो मैं बोला जब भी मौका मिलेगा मैं अपनी आवाज़ भी थोड़ी कहीं ना कहीं आप लोगों के ताल्लुक से वो करूँगा. जैसे रविंद्रा भारती है तो और भी अपने पास रविंद्रा भारती से बेहतर भी ऑडिटोरियम्स होना भी चाहिए. और इस वक्त जो रिलैक्सेशन के साथ कुछ उनको जो है परफॉर्मेंस फॉलोइंग द गाइडलाइंस कुछ उनको रिलैक्सेशन मिलता है तो उनके घर चलेंगे. काफ़ी परेशान है म्यूजिशियंस. दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर कल्चर एंड हेरिटेज ऑफ आवर thing, and this is the request I would like to put in front of you.
Absolutely, Adnan. In fact, Honorable CM has responded kindly to the industry, the movie industry's plea, and he's given them some sops, some support also. I'll take your input also to him. I will request him कि ऐसे performers भी हैं, काफ़ी सारे talented artists भी हैं जो लोग perform करना चाहते हैं, and these auditoriums again should be reopened and people should be asked to come back and enjoy, life as it was before COVID. So yes, point noted, we'll do it. ख्वाब तो काफ़ी सारे हैं अदनान. ख्वाब तो ये है कि हैदराबाद में एक थिएटर डिस्ट्रिक्ट बनाया जाए, हैदराबाद में एक कल्चर हब बनाया जाए. बहुत सारे ख्वाब है, बट टाइम लगेगा क्योंकि जैसा मैंने कहा आटे के हिसाब से रोटी सेकना पड़ता है. प्रायोरिटीज़ भी होते हैं, पैसा भी होना चाहिए. वी हैव टू प्रायोरिटाइज. एंड अगर हम लोग क्या होता है ना पॉलिटिक्स में और पब्लिक लाइफ में हम लोग कभी का एक बार समटाइम्स वी थिंक अहेड ऑफ आवरसेल्व्स और हम लोग कुछ ऐसी चीज बात करने लगते हैं जो आम आदमी के साथ जुड़ा नहीं होता है तो आई स्टार्ट लुकिंग वेरी सिली टू देम. सो आई हैव टू वेरी मेजर एंड टेक माई प्रायोरिटीज इन दैट ऑर्डर so that I also don't look like I'm only elitist and I'm only supporting like Dayakarana said golf or only theater. Or we have to balance out. आम आदमी के भी needs देख लो, फिर ये भी देख लो, balance करके चलो तब जाके. But we have a dream. I have a dream. Our Honorable CM in fact is a huge fan of culture, arts. He himself is a master's in literature, a fluent Telugu speaker. He has conducted Prapancha Telugu Mahasabalu right here in LB Stadium, a world-class event he had done. So yes, ख्वाब तो बहुत है, but अगर आपकी मदद होगी दुआ करो आप अच्छा काम करेंगे. Yes, Aisha. Aisha, are you speaking as a corporator or as a citizen? अच्छा.
Nothing very substantial has been done. I mean, not that I'm saying nothing has been done, but I think there has to be some more focus on women empowerment, economically empowering women basically by setting aside some jobs in various sectors, or maybe we have to come up with more focus on women empowerment.
आयशा, मैं आपको 4 चीज बता सकता हूँ जो इस रिपोर्ट में है या नहीं मुझे नहीं पता, बट 4 चीज बता सकता हूँ. एक तो है शी टीम्स, दूसरा है भरोसा सेंटर्स which you are aware of and which will also be launched in the older part of the city. Third thing I'll tell you is we are the only city which has a V Hub, Women Entrepreneurs Hub. We are the only city in the country which has it. And today 148 startups, not one, 148 startups are being incubated in V Hub. The fourth thing I'd like to point out, we have 3 specific designated parks for women entrepreneurs. 3 पार्क हैं, इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क हैं. और चौथा मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ रेगुलर इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क में भी विमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए रिजर्वेशन है, कोटा है, अलॉटेड है, एडिशनल इंसेंटिव्स हैं. इसके अलावा I think I can tell you a few other things, but fact is, and also the last thing I'd like to point out is reservation in local bodies. We are the first state, the first government, not the first state, I don't think so, first government to have brought in a legislation reserving 50% of the seats for women in urban local bodies and rural local bodies. और हमारे पार्टी की तरफ से जहां पे 75 सीट देना था 75 as per reservation 50%, we actually allocated 85 seats to women corporators in Hyderabad. So I'm saying More can be done, of course. In fact, more can be done, but with committed leaders like you, work together. Let's work cutting across party lines. I know I compete against you also. I fielded TRS candidate against you, and I hope he wins also. But नहीं, मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ कि let's work across party lines. Let's work together on multiple issues for the betterment of the city. And please come and see me after the 4th, because 4th तक तो मेरा मन वही भर के है उसमें. तो 4 तारीख के बाद आप आइए. If you have any specific ideas, I'm happy to take them. Thanks. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Emin Ajib. I'm International Peace Ambassador. Work and support the activities of United Nations. I'm honored as the state's first International Peace Ambassador. We are sitting in United Nations.
Congratulations.
So we do, after taking the office as International Peace Ambassador, we are doing continuously United Nations International Day of Peace in Telangana state. Always Jayashanjanji and Chief Secretaries and all they are supporting. My idea, since the topic of today is that transforming Hyderabad into a global city. So what I feel that when we are doing United Nations Peace Day, it is being celebrated in almost 2,000 countries by UPF, Office of United Nations. So it should go at a high level. Why? Because most of the country heads, presidents, prime ministers, governors, first ladies are my fellow peace ambassadors. We all happen to see in UN. So I want to get them here. When we have to, when it is a city of love and peace, our city, when we are doing this program, I want full support of the government to do United Nations Peace Day. Always JSG is supporting us, so, but it should be a high level. When head of the states and governors of other countries are coming with them, the business delegation will come. The investment part also will be taken care. So that is what my request as a peace ambassador.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Please, if you have a specific program in mind, please reach out to Jayesh. I'll work with him. Thank you. Yes, madam. Yeah, wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Shireen Salomi. I've lived in China for 8 years. I just came back a month ago. And to be honest, the first thing I've noticed in Hyderabad, I couldn't recognize my own city. And I just want to congratulate you and all your members who are working so hard for the city. It's definitely way greener. Definitely, I'm surprised to see dustbins everywhere. And that was very, very impressive. And but still, sir, I just wanted to ask you one question. I still came back after 8 years, and there's one thing that my mother still says is, after 10, don't go out. After 10 or 8 o'clock, you keep telling me where you are at. And just as ma'am has put in half of it, I would like to also ask you, what about not just women empowerment? What about the men? And what are the measures taken by the government to teach men? And also, what are the measures taken by the law to teach men to respect women, not to touch them? Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Thanks for the kind words to begin with. Thank you very much. The two things you said, I'll start with the later part. In fact, Telangana is possibly the only state which has inculcated gender-based education in our school system. Today, we actually teach our male children to respect their female counterparts, girls and women. We are the only state which has inculcated it into the school education system. But that is not enough. Definitely not enough. A lot more needs to be done. The kind of atrocities we see happening across the country, not just the state, but across the country, is surely something that disturbs all of us, without a question, which is extremely disturbing. And I never ever feel settled whenever something like that happens. Now, going back to your point about your mom asking you not to step out of house after 10, ma'am, I should talk to your mom, because I see a lot of young women outside at 12, 1, 2 also in the morning, in fact. And the fact is, Hyderabad today is a lot safer than it was, without a question. Your mom is just a very strict mom, is what I would like to believe. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, with the Disha's case, I think it has really
Absolutely.
taken up a bit.
No, absolutely. I completely see where you're coming from. But like I said, to make our city safer, we have done a few things. One is surveillance that I talked about. We have currently 500,000 cameras, 5 lakh cameras. We're going to double it. We'll take it to 10 lakh cameras, but CCTVs alone will not deter. In fact, one of the things I mooted recently with our Home Minister and our DGP is, we need drone policing also to happen. Meaning, if there is a girl or a boy or a child in distress, irrespective of the gender, all you need to be able to do is hit an SOS button on your phone, and then nearest police station can have drones with cameras and a siren, and they can take off and come using your GPS location, so that at least people are deterred, people, at least the crime in the initial few seconds or the first minute itself, if you have a first responder coming in, I think that will also help. But ultimately, like you said, it's upon all of us to make the city safer for our young women, young children. So cameras will help, better policing will also help, better education will help, and also new usage of new technologies like the ones I mentioned. It's a combination of all of that. It can't just be, one solution or one simple solution. But thanks for all the kind words. Yes, sir.
सर हैदराबाद में हैदराबाद म्यूजियम रहना चाहिए सर.
सर सालारजंग है ना सर?
सर जी सर, हैदराबाद की तहजीब के लिए ये सिंगल मैन कलेक्शन है. मैं बोर्ड मेंबर
जी
सालारजंग म्यूजियम का. वी हैव टेकन अप दिस इशू विद प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट. आ रही सर आवाज़?
हाँ अभी बेटर है.
हाँ मैं ज़रा कम बोलता हूँ सर. तो वी हैव टेकन अप दिस इशू अर्लियर विद द गवर्नमेंट, प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट. Then they allotted 10 acres of land opposite to Taramati Baradevi. It is still there, but it is not. We have to start this.
और सुभाष घई को जो दिए उसके बगल में है. सुभाष घई को वहीं पे दिया था ना, विजलिंग वुड्स करके.
जी जी,
उसके शायद बगल में होगा.
वहाँ उसको परस्यू कर सकते हैं सर वो मैटर को.
See, like I said, my dream is to have a theatre district somewhere in Ibrahim Bagh, which is where Taramati Baradari is, because I think that's a beautiful monument, Taramati Baradari. And to have something which kind of gels in very nicely, like the Kingdom of Dreams in Delhi.
Sir, Hyderabadi Tehzeeb or today programs, everything can be done, and we can also be a part of it.
Absolutely.
You can collaborate with Salarjung Museum, Usmania University, and Culture Department.
साहब मैं एक बात बताता हूँ आपको.
जी सर.
I didn't get your name.
Zakir sir.
Zakir साहब. Zakir साहब, I took personal interest, got the entire Mozum Zahi market redone. It's come out really, really beautifully. I also took personal interest. I got the entire Mehboob Chowk completely revamped. Now we are working on Maulali Dargah जो है उसका beautification अभी कर रहे हैं. Because these are all not associated with any religion, any person or any individual, sir. These are all monuments of Hyderabad. These are all remnants. These are all things that we take pride in. तो मैं already कर रहा हूँ. But अभी जो आप बताए एक theatre district या एक म्यूजियम की जो आपने जिक्र किया, I am very, very happy to collaborate. If there is a team of strong individuals who can come, form a board, say this is the plan, this is the vision, आप जगह दो, जमीन दो, पैसा हम इकट्ठा करेंगे, absolutely, why not? Let's work together. We'll find some good sponsors also. I am all for it. Please come and see me.
Thank you.
With the team. अच्छा आप फॉर्मर डायरेक्टर हैं वहाँ के, सालारजंग के. अच्छा. Thank you, sir. Can we conclude or not?
Sir.
Yes, hi Anirban.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question. I'm a Calcutta boy. You spoke about Delhi boys, but I'm a Bengali.
आजकल आपके बारे में ज़्यादा नहीं बोल रहे हैं यार, पता नहीं क्यों.
I came, sir.
इलेक्शन वहाँ पे भी आएगा तो आपको भी वैक्सीन मिलेगा, आपके बारे में भी चर्चा होगा. बिहार में आ गया इलेक्शन तो कोरोना वैक्सीन वहाँ चले गया. अब अगला बंगाल में जाएंगे या हैदराबाद आएंगे. कल या आज उन्होंने आ रहे हैं, उन्हें बोलेंगे देखो आप, मैं मीडिया వాళ్ళకి చెప్తా ఉన్నా, బెంగాల్లో వ్యాక్సిన్ ఇస్తా అని చెప్పారు. అక్కడ బెంగాల్ కాదు బీహార్లో ఎలక్షన్ రాగానే వ్యాక్సిన్ అన్నారు. ఇక్కడికి కూడా చెప్తారు, ఇప్పుడు రేపు ఎల్లుండి వస్తారు, यहाँ पे भी वैक्सीन देंगे, हैदराबाद बोलेंगे देखो आप, आपके यहाँ भी देंगे भाई अगले साल.
Sir, I came in 2013 and fell in love with the government. A big fan of you, and right now I'm a Hyderabadi, I can say.
Do you have a vote? That is the question I want to ask.
So I represent hospitality industry. Our hotel during the lockdown, we have almost 600 employees, and we have not even reduced the salaries of any one of them. We've been really trying hard. We have been paying them.
Excellent.
And hospitality industry is under huge stress. We as a Telangana Hospitality Association has given couple of our wishes to you and to the Tourism Secretary, that if we could reconsider and do something from the state in terms of property tax or excise duty or a couple of others, it would be an immense, because as you said, we generate employment and we are continue to do that, and we have further plans as Park Hotels Group to extend our more inventory in future if we get proper. But these are the troubled times. We need your support and guidance, sir.
Absolutely.
We'll come and see you, sir, after the
No,
election.
no, please do. Please do.
And
That's what
I'm very sure, as I always said, it will come out again with an outstanding and
Thank you. Appreciate.
amazing.
But do you have a vote in Hyderabad or no?
So I don't have a GHMC vote as yet.
अरे क्यों नहीं?
But I am a, I'm trying to influence indirectly lot many votes.
नहीं, वैसे नहीं. आपका वोट कोलकाता में है क्या?
मेरा GHMC वोट तो इधर नहीं हुआ सर, कलकत्ता में अभी भी है.
तो एक काम करेंगे, मैं कलकत्ता आके लड़ता हूँ, वहाँ वोट दूंगा. दीदी से पूछ के करता
हूँ. I'll get it done, sir, soon.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank Nasir Saab for inviting me and give us the opportunity to talk to you, interact with you one-to-one. The thing is that most of the time I stay in Malaysia, but I'm a Pakka local, I'm a Hyderabadi. So when you have been to Malaysia, we already met there once, along with the Prime Minister there. The thing is that in Davos, I was very much, you can say, बहुत impressed हुआ था मैं. I was very much impressed with what you shown about the pharmaceutical sector. But when I have seen your progress card today, there is nowhere I can see anything related to pharma sector.
वो हैदराबाद के बाहर है यार, वो जिनोम वैली है. GHMC लिमिट के बारे में लिखा है.
But this is only about GHMC.
हाँ, वही तो इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ. वरना मेरे भाई लोग बोलेंगे कि बाहर का भी तुम इसमें डाल के दिखा दिए बोलेंगे. इसलिए ओनली मैं GHMC लिमिट में क्या करा वही दिया मैं. वो जिनोम वैली तो बाहर है.
Okay.
अरे करके नहीं बोलेंगे क्या? सही है.
नहीं sir, because we are looking for a 9.7 billion.
Politician तो नहीं करके भी बोलते, मैं तो करके नहीं.
नहीं, looking for a huge investment, right, for that 9.7 billion as per your
Sir, our current life sciences industry size is about 50 billion revenues. Our goal is to double it by 2030 to a $100 billion industry, add 400,000 more jobs directly and indirectly at least 8 lakh jobs. So idea is, projects like Hyderabad Pharma City, projects like Hyderabad Medical Devices Park, projects like Genome Valley Phase 2, and also on top of all this, projects like the biotech expansion that is happening. All of these together, I believe the entire life sciences ecosystem has the potential to reach that $100 billion size that we dream for. Recently, Medtronics has invested a significant chunk here. A company called SMT, Sahajanand Medical Technologies, they are in fact launching their Asia's largest 10th manufacturing plant in the Telangana's Medical Devices Park, which is going to be at Sultanpur in Sangareddy district. So all of these things ultimately will make Hyderabad's life sciences ecosystem even more strong. As it is, like I said, we are the vaccine capital of India. Secondly, we are also now producing nearly 35% of India's bulk drugs. We are bulk drug capital of India, in fact. Pharmaceuticals as well. When President Trump talked about hydroxychloroquine, remdesivir, a lot of that was manufactured right here. So we have that inherent strength. Our industry is very strong. We continue to support them. We continue to grow. And like you said, hopefully in the next 10 years, we'll double the size of our revenue, create more jobs, continue to remain the mainstay as far as life sciences industry is concerned. I am personally a postgraduate in biotechnology. So it's something that's very close to my heart as well. Thank you. अभी मेरा आवाज गया यार. Yes, ma'am.
Namaskaram. I'm Likita Reddy Paila, studying computer science undergraduate at Drexel University. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate you for making Hyderabad one of the best living countries in the country, cities in the country. But I also think, and I'm sure all of us here will agree with me, that we should not just stay at the country level, but also aim to become the best municipality in the world, like Vienna and Vancouver. And one more thing I would like to talk about is that there's a lot of I'm sure you're aware, and you've already touched on this, that there's a lot of investments coming into Hyderabad, and that also means a lot of migration from the village and other states, which means a lot of traffic and also calls for a lot of infrastructure, roads and development, and this also leads to air pollution and water pollution. So I just wanted to talk about how this a lot of investments also calls for better infrastructure, and also to shift our focus a little towards air pollution and water pollution. And
is your name Nikita or Likhita?
Likhita.
Likhita. Drexel, you said?
Yes.
Philly?
Yes.
Right, very nice. Firstly, thank you, Likhita, for your kind words and for saying that city is grown and looks good. I also feel good about certain things about the city, but not everything. Going back to your question about growth and how Hyderabad has to continue to up its infrastructure to ensure that this growth doesn't really crumble our infrastructure. There are 3-4 things I can tell you quickly. First thing is, Hyderabad continues to grow and Telangana continues to grow at a breakneck speed, especially our urbanization. This phenomenon is something that no country or no city has been able to tackle properly. China has tried its best, but it failed. You know, they actually put a permit system for rural people to move to a city, but unfortunately that did not succeed. Today in Hyderabad, every day we have hundreds and thousands of people migrating to Hyderabad. First thing we need to understand, Likita, is why do people migrate? Why do people urbanize? Why do they move to an urban metropolis like Hyderabad? First, healthcare opportunities. 2, education opportunities. 3, better employment opportunities. People migrate for these 3 fundamental things. Now, our government's vision, our Honorable CM's vision is, we can do 3 things as much as we can actually prioritize in such a way that each district headquarter can also be, made to have a better healthcare facility, a tertiary care hospital like NIMS in each district headquarter. And then we could also have more and more engineering colleges and medical colleges in the district so that people don't have to come all the way to Hyderabad. And then subsequently also employment. If you are able to create more and more industrialization in the districts with your policy support, then you might be able to contain it to an extent. But the attraction of Hyderabad is such that it will continue to attract hundreds of thousands of people. Now, how do you then decongest Hyderabad? What you ought to be doing is 3 things. 1, urbanization is one phenomenon. Suburbanization is another phenomenon. So for those Hyderabadis, you see a lot of people that I know are moving away from the core city, are going towards Shamshabad, going towards Rajendra Nagar, Shankarpalli, and they're building their homes there. Why? Because the suburbs of Hyderabad are shaping up rather well, and people are able to afford a larger space, so they are moving away. To promote this kind of suburbanization, what we have decided is to come out with a policy called as the Integrated Township Policy. Now, for developers who are sitting in this room, I urge you to take a look at the integrated township policy of the government. We are offering great deal of support in the form of incentives, automatic conversions, etc., etc. If you develop a 100-acre township outside of ORR in a work, live, learn, play mode, meaning you have to have all these facets in that township, then you will be able to take away some more people from Hyderabad. The other thing you also ought to be doing is, in Hyderabad, we have the entire IT sector concentrated in the western zone. So we came out with a policy called as GRID, Growth in Dispersion, meaning look anywhere, invest anywhere but west. East jao, south jao, north jao. So in Uppal, I've already launched 5 IT parks. Kompalli, I'm going to inaugurate, lay the foundation soon for another IT park. In the south of Hyderabad, we have 2 electronics manufacturing clusters, and we already have a large Stargauge IT SEZ. So we're trying to push all of these locations and trying to create more and more dispersed activity around the city. And the last point I would like to mention, Likita, is for a city like Hyderabad, if we really have to decongest and if we really have to promote, like you said, air pollution, air quality levels also have to be brought under control. We brought in what is called as electric vehicle policy. We are encouraging not only electric vehicle manufacturing, but we are also encouraging electric vehicle adoption by the citizens. So if you buy a 4-wheeler, a car, EV, we are going to offer you substantive subsidies. If you buy a 2-wheeler or a 3-wheeler, we are offering subsidies. That should bring down some pollution, some air pollution under control. Then there is industrial pollution. There are a lot of industries inside ORR. We are trying to shift them out. But shifting a polluting industry from Hyderabad does not mean shifting the pollution. It should be about creating infrastructure readily in the new location where we are shifting, and then move the industry there. So we have to create that amenities. It's taking time, but even that will happen. The last point I'll make. I believe this country, Mahatma Gandhi very famously said, India lives in its villages. Yes, majority of India still lives in its villages, but India is run by its cities. The economy of India, the economic activity of India is actually predominantly centered in the cities. So cities like Hyderabad and 10 others really contribute significantly to the GDP. We have to nurture them, we have to take care of them. How do we do that? Eventually, if Hyderabad gets high-speed rail connectivity, we have in Japan, in China, we see trains running at 200 kilometers, 250 kilometers, 300 kilometers. There will come a time. It might not be tomorrow, day after, it might be 5 years away, 10 years away. But there will come a time when you will be able to commute from Hyderabad to Adilabad in half an hour, from Hyderabad to Khammam in half an hour, Hyderabad to Vijayawada probably in 1 hour. Then what will happen is, it doesn't matter where you live and where you work. You will be able to hop on a train in Adilabad, come to Hyderabad, work, hop on a train again and get back. So that should eventually decongest Hyderabad. So robust public transportation, electric vehicles, grid policy, integrated township policy, and ensuring that we continue to improve our infrastructure, roads, sanitation, your drainage system, your water supply. A combination of all of this will keep our city in the right direction, will take our city in the right direction. But for all of this to happen, I have to remain in power, so vote for me. Thank you.